nice thing about designing is that you can come up with different ideas. Now, some of you may like the way it is right now and stop designing or making any changes in this area. But for the other people who want to go a little further, I can show you something that will make this area look totally different. Now, in the beginning, it may look strange, but we'll fix it. So what we're going to do is change the background color of this white area. And we're going to go to the section that says columns. And we're going to change the color of the background. Now the color of the black background, we're going to use the same one as that blue that we've been using. And that's not the right one. One change in the hex letter can make a color totally different, as you see. Okay, so now we changed the background of the middle section where the columns are to this royal blue, but we can't see the text there, so we'll need to fix that. So let's go ahead and we'll save this, and let's go to the individual areas. And you remember when we changed the background to be nothing? Well, now we're going to need to change it to be white so it'll stand out. And as you see, now it's visible. So go ahead and do that on each one of those image cards. Change the background to the white. What you have to do is roll over the little white square and it'll change it, and hit save. Let's do that on all 4 sections. All right. So another thing that we'll need to change is the color of the link. Some people like to have it the same color as what they're highlighting. So like I want mine to be royal blue. So I'm going to go ahead and change the link color as well. So I'll go back to the columns and we'll look at the text area and see how it says column link here. The link is this color, it's a teal color. So I want to change it to that royal blue color that we've been using. And you see how it changed it to the blue link to be the same as the outer color that I've been trying to do. So go ahead and save. All right, so that section is done. Now, one thing that I want to point out to you is you see how this space right here is smaller than up here? That's because we had an extra box in there. So what I want to do is take one of the dividers, and this is also a little trick that you can do. Take a divider and you drop it into each one of those areas. And what you're going to do is remove the color. You see how I added space there? Go ahead and click save and drop another one over here on the other column. And remove the top border. So now I've added some space there. It kind of balances the section out better. Okay, so moving forward, the next part is the profile image with the content. So let's go ahead and we'll use the image and text, and we're going to drag it into the lower body. If you drag it into the column section, it's going to be just in that column. So we want it to be in the lower body. And in the lower body, excuse me, you see how there's an image space, and then the verbiage is going to be underneath the image. So let's go ahead and we'll change the style of that. And I want to have my image on the left hand side, and I want to have it about 1/3, so a smaller image with my wording onto the right side of it. This just means how it's going to look like when it's a mobile view. So I want my image to break down in the center. And you'll see, I'll show you when we do the preview of the newsletter, you'll see why we want to use the center. So we'll go ahead and go to the content now. And I'm going to upload an image. And I'm going to use this one, my rounded profile image. Okay, and it looks nice there. Now my next part is going to be the text here underneath the image. Again, for the sake of time, I'm just going to highlight this section right here and paste in my text that I'm going to use. And I have an email in here. And so what you do is when you type your email address, you're going to highlight it and then go ahead and search the email address link up here, because remember there's web address, email, anchor, and file. So I chose the email address. I put my email in there, and you can put a subject and also a space for the body. Okay. Now in your case, you're going to insert, and it'll be there, and it'll be highlighted, so you'll know that it's a link. And go ahead and save.